Hello and welcome to Big Orc Games unboxing video of the new Cardfight Vanguard set, Cardfight Vanguard G Fighters Collection 2016. My name is Simon, I'm joined today by James.
Hello, I'm James.
And we're going to be unboxing this. So we've got 3 boxes in front of us, as you can see, which is a bit unusual from normal, because you only get 10 packs in each. So we figured, why stop at 1 box? Why not do 3 boxes?
And once the first one's done, we'll be able to get through the second 2 pretty easy.
Yeah, so we won't spend forever on them, don't worry. We should be able to blitz through them quite quickly, seeing as a lot of the cards are duplicated and it's the rarer cards that we're after. So once I've somehow forcefully managed my way through into this box, we'll start opening the packs. I'm going to say just off the bat, by the way, this packaging is really bland. I love the colour and I like this, but it's just so...
It'd be nice if you saw some of the card art on it.
Exactly, yeah, it's really bland. So, first of all, we'll start off with, we have one of the new G-Guardians. So, I'll just go through the card quickly itself. First, so we have the Flame Emperor Dragon King, Acil Orb Dragon. So, he's one of the new G-Guardian strides. So, on an opponent turn's guard step, choose a card with heal from your hand and discard it. And then call this card to your Guardian Circle from face down. And auto, when it's placed on Guardian Circle, if your opponent has 4 or less rear guards, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield until end of battle.
So, very easy condition for Kagura to meet.
So, just to explain those who aren't aware as well quickly, what are the new G-Guardians?
So, the G-Zone itself has been expanded into 16 cards. So, you can now put as many G-Guardians as you want in there, as long as 4 of each copy. But when you've got them in your G-Zone, you can only have 4 up, face up at a time. So if you Legion or something, you can't have more than 4. But they're just a highly defensive unit that you can bring onto the field. It doesn't count from calling from your hand, so it counters things like Guild Array and things like that.
Okay, cool. So it's a stride that's a Guardian, and it's new and shiny.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm glad we got that covered. So, on to the next one. I'm not too keen on the fact it has the giant G-Guardian down there.
Yeah.
I think it's very out of place for
otherwise
Cardfight.
it would just be blank.
True, but they could have had it, but just smaller. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So here we have the Jinx Stealth Hermit yeah, anyone who's watched my videos will know I cannot pronounce to save my life, so I'm going to retry this. Abudataishi. So this is for the Nubitamas. Does every clan get represented in the G-Strides here?
Yeah, every main clan.
Cool. And again, so this is, again, same rules as before, but if the number of cards in your opponent's hand is 6 or less, it gets plus 5,000. So we're going to see this ability repeated, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah. It's, I think, not everyone, but there's 2 different ones that don't get it.
Okay, but most of them are meet condition X to get plus 5k shields.
Yeah, they'll be a bit more classy in the later sets, but this is just to get sets started.
Yeah, it makes sense. So here we have Lucky Rise Alprina. So this is a triple R for the Bermuda Triangles, and it's a normal stride. So as always, stride and then act from Vanguard once per turn. You can Soul Blast 1 to choose up to 2 of your rear guards and return them to your hand. Very Bermuda.
Yeah, yeah. They had a similar stride in the last Fighters Collection, I believe. Oh no, it was the one before that. But it was when it was placed on Vanguard Circle. So if you didn't have anything on the field, it was useless. So this one comes at a cost, but you can use it in your turn.
Yeah.
In the main phase.
Much more useful. So here we have the Guard Leader of Sky and Water Floatia. So this is for the Aquaforce G-Guardian. Once again, same ability as before, but if it's the first or second battle of the turn, it gets plus 5,000 shield. I really like that they repeated that for the... sorry, they've gone with the whole battle numbers for Aquaforce.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's your opponent's battles. But I like that they kept the theme for that one. That's quite cool. Then we have the Mega Colony G-Guardian. So this is the Dream Mutant Deity Scarabagus. Scarabagus? I almost said Scarabagus. Scarabagus. And this one has, if the number of your opponent's units in rest is 2 or more, it gets plus 5,000 shield.
So if they plan to go in for a big attack, then you can use it.
And then who wouldn't be swinging out?
Yeah.
And then we have another triple R. So this is for Nubitama. It's the Rikudo Stealth Dragon Gornrakan? Gunrakan? Gornrakan.
Yeah.
Gornrakan. I'm just going to butcher their names, don't worry. So it's a stride for the Nubitamas. When it's placed on Vanguard, your opponent chooses 2 of his or her rear guards, binds all of their other rear guards other than those units face up. If 3 or more cards were bound, your opponent chooses 2 cards from their bind zone, puts them into the drop zone, and at the end of turn, your opponent puts the cards bound with this effect into their hand.
basically punishes the royal and gold paladins. I really like the artwork on that one though. It's very pops out a lot.
It's quite different. I like it. So here we have the Dimension Police G Guardian, who is not Daikaisery enough for me. And if the opponent's attacking unit's attack is 20,000, not 2,000, 20,000 or greater, it gets plus 5k in shield.
You didn't mention that it's an Enigman, but doesn't actually.
Oh, sorry, I forgot the name. I was so distracted by the fact it's not a Daikaiser or Dimensional Robo in any way. Sorry, it's the Enigman Patriot. But yeah, doesn't benefit Enigmans in any way.
Bushy.
Poor Dimension, please. So here we have the Link Joker, Death Star Vader, Demon Maxwell. Oh, he's got a cool name. And then his is auto choose a unit in your back row and lock it when it's placed on Guardian to give it plus 5,000 shield. So this is playing into the Messiahs.
Yeah, but it's a Star Vader.
Bushy Road, why? Oh, nice. And we have one of the GRs. So this is Lord of Guidance, Wakahirumi. Yes?
Close.
Oh, go on, correct me.
You said
Waka.
Oh.
Wakahirumi.
Hirume. Hirume. Yeah.
Wakahiru. So it's an Oracle Think Tank stride. I'm so sorry. So when it strides from Vanguard, GB2, and it's got Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, and then also, I'm going to keep using this, G-Blast, Lord of Guidance, Wakahirumi. Yep, from your G-Zone and turn it face up. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you can pay that cost to draw a card, choose a card from hand, and put it on top of your deck. That's nice for triggering.
Yeah, definitely. Very nasty. Won't enjoy going against it. Ooh. And it's generic as well, so you can use it with any Oracle Think Tank.
Yeah, it's not specific to any one particular build, is it? So here we have the Iron Armoured Chancellor Dimorphalanx. This is for the Tachikaze. I'm loving this artwork already. And again, G-Guardian, and if the number of rear guards is less than or equal to the number of your opponent's rear guards, it gets plus 5,000. Then we have the Ambush Demon Stealth Fiend, Hugen Wing for Murakumo. And his condition is, when it's placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your grade 1 or greater rear guards, search your deck for up to one card with the same card name as the chosen unit, call it Guardian, shuffle the deck, and until end of battle it gets auto. When it's put into the drop zone from Guardian, put this card onto the bottom of your deck. So it clones to the Guardian Circle.
Yeah, but it's a bit iffy. Like, you could potentially use the old perfect guards for this, and it would still work, but that means you have to have a perfect guard on the field.
Yeah, which you probably don't want.
No.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Again, it's keeping with the theme of the Murakumos, but...
Yeah.
And then we have Marine General of Heavenly Silk, Christos, for Aquaforce. So he's a stride with auto from Vanguard, wave first time only. Counterblast 1, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, you can pay the cost, and until end of turn, all of the rear guards in your front row get plus 2,000 power, and auto rear guard. Wave third or fourth time. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, draw a card.
Pretty good on hit pressure, but a lot of Aquaforce decks use sand triggers.
Yes.
So, yeah.
A bit of a clash. So here we have Granblue's Eclipse Dragonhawk, a Deep Corpse Dragon. Oh, come on, how cool is that name? So G-Guardian for the Granblues, and his trigger condition, his ability, is put 2 cards from the top of your deck into your drop zone as a cost, and when he's placed on the Guardian Circle to give it plus 5k.
It's one of the better ones. Because it actually works with the deck a bit better.
Yeah, and especially because Granblue have a bit more strength recently.
Yeah.
Fits in nicely. So for Neo Nectar, we have the Sacred Tree Dragon, Rain Breath Dragon. That doesn't sound as damning as the artwork is making it look.
Yeah.
So his condition is, when he's placed on Guardian Circle, choose up to one card from your hand, call it to rear guard until end of turn. It gets continuous, rear guard, or Guardian Circle, resist. If you called a card, it gets plus 5k until end of battle.
So it sets you up for the next turn. If you're using Archer, you can stride, then copy that card, and obviously Bloom helps out a lot.
Yeah, that's the point, yeah. And again, the resist's an interesting touch, I think. That's quite nice.
Yeah, yeah. And you can just keep it in the back row to keep it safe, and then move it up later.
That's quite cool. So, onto our triple R, we have the Gold Paladin Golden Knight of Incandescence, Ebricus. Okay. So strides for so when you stride, he has counterblast 1 and soul blast 1 when he's placed on Vanguard circle to look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, search up to 1 card from amongst them, call it to open rearguard, and put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order.
Yeah,
it's
alright.
I liked when Gold Paladin were getting a bit more of an identity with their whole defending, calling and stuff.
It helps with Unite.
Yeah, it does, yeah. So here we have the Goddess of 7 Colours Iris. This is for Genesis. And her ability is when placed on Guardian Circle, choose up to 3 cards from the drop zone and put them into your soul. And if you did put 3 cards in this way, she gets to the plus 5k to the shield. I'm just going to note, she's called the Iris, and she does have different coloured iris. So there we go. So at least they kept that.
Another the one.
Oh wow!
Also, this one.
That artwork. Chainsaw Megatrick Furnival. Oh, couldn't they put it Furnival? So this is the Pale Moon G Guardian, and his condition is that when he's placed on Guardian, look at 3 cards from the top of the deck, search for 1, put it into soul, put the rest on the bottom of the deck. If you did put a card into your soul with this effect, grade 1 or greater, it gets plus 5k shield until end of turn.
That's a good ability. It's probably the best G Guardian in the set.
Really? You reckon?
Yeah.
Just because it's so beneficial to Pale Moon's sort of objective?
Yeah, and what's the chances you're going to get 4 grade 0s?
Exactly, yeah. And he has a giant pink chainsaw with a star on the end.
It is impressive.
That is very sweet. And then we have for our triple R the Dark Irregulars Rebellious Retainer of Fresh Blood. Frederick. So he's... I'm sorry, I don't mean to mock. It's just funny when they do this with their names.
I've got a high respect for the name Frederick after playing Fire Emblem Awakening.
Oh, of course, the Fire Emblem. So, act from Vanguard. Cost is to choose a card from hand and put it into soul. This unit gets plus 1k for each card in your soul until end of turn. If the total attack increased with this effect during this turn is 10,000 or greater, all of the rear guards in your front row get plus 5,000 till end of turn, and this ability can't be used for the rest of that turn. So basically, if you have 10 or more in soul.
Yeah, and then Dimension Creeper. Put that into your soul. That'd be useful.
Yeah, that works quite well with that, doesn't it? So, hold on.
Oh, you can do it.
I can do it. I'm just going to tip them out the box. Oh no. I've lost the ability to open packs, and we're only a third of the way through. So, here we have Narukami's Lightning King Spirit Emperor Vritra. So, G-Guardian with the condition of Thunderstrike 1. So this ability is active when your opponent's bind zone has 1 or more cards in it, and it gets plus 5k shield.
I don't like the Thunderstrike one.
No.
Because the benefit to G-Guardians is even if your opponent strides first, you can still guard something big. And then you get to GB1 as well, but you kind of need to be GB1 for Thunderstrike anyway.
So, I mean, maybe we'll see cards that Thunderstrike earlier, but...
Maybe.
Yeah, I see your point there. So here we have Nova Grappler's Righteous Superhuman, Blue Prison. So when he's placed on Guardian Circle, if the number of cards in your damage zone is more than or equal to the number of cards in your opponent's damage zone, he gets plus 5k.
Do you like the Jedi in the background?
Oh, yes! We're going to zoom right in on the camera there. Mr. Jedi. Look at him. Like a demon Jedi.
I really like the artwork for that.
It is quite cool.
I think his flavor text has something to do with...
Starting your attack during the transformation is unforgivable. Beautiful. Love it. Oh, nice. Another GR. So this is the Divine Knight of Rainbow Brocade.
Clotinus. Something like that.
Clotinus.
If you want.
Okay. This is the Royal Paladin GR. Although, honestly, that artwork is more reminiscent of Genesis for me, I think. Maybe.
No. It's sort of more of the newer Royal Paladins, that's sort of like a Middle Eastern theme.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So, its ability, Vanguard, once per turn, Brave. This ability is active when you have 3 or less cards in your hand. Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, and then G-Blast 1. Search your deck for up to the same number of grade 2 cards as the number of face-up cards named Divine Knight of Rainbow Brocade, Clotinus, in your G-Zone. Call them to separate rearguard, shuffle your deck, until end of turn this unit gets continuous. Vanguard, Generation Break 3. If you have 5 rearguards, this unit gets plus 10k and a crit.
So very late game, sort of to get its full potential out. But, I mean, by that time your opponent's learned to slowly destroy your field, and then you can just bring it all back.
Yeah, true, yeah. It's a very nice ability, and again, granting that additional crit is just always punishing to your opponent. So, here we have, the Cray Elemental G-Guardian, Dark Element Dismal. So, they have G-Guardian, they also have Continuous Resist from Guardian Circle. And auto, when it's placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your rear guards, and until end of turn, that unit cannot be hit, cannot be chosen by the effects of your opponent's cards, and obviously this card counts as all clans and nations.
So this is one of the most popular ones.
I'm not surprised.
The resist helps you against Daikaiser. You can protect a very important rear guard, maybe Silent Tom or something like that. So yeah,
I can imagine that's been very popular. Oh, we have the other Cray Elemental, Metal Element Scryu.
Let's call it Screw.
Screw. So this one's ability is auto, choose a card from a hand and discard it as a cost when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle. And if the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone is 1 or more, and then if you do, it gets plus 10,000 shield until end of the battle. So yeah.
They're dropping 2 cards.
Yeah, true. But then you're, 25k up on shields?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beefy amount. That's, we can't deny that's not a good number. So, here for our triple R, we have Genesis's Beast Slayer Military Deity tier. So, his ability is from Act from Vanguard once per turn. Soul Blast 3. Look at the top card of your deck, put it on top or bottom of your deck, and until end of turn, this unit gets auto Vanguard. When your drive check reveals a grade 1 or greater card, you may Soul Charge 3.
So 0 to 9. It's 0
to 9.
A bit risky, but
fair enough. So, Gear Chronicle here with the Retroactive Time Maiden Uluru. So, sorry, I like it. I love these names. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, choose up to one normal unit and trigger unit from your drop zone. Put them on the bottom of the deck in any order. And if you put 2 cards there this way, plus 5k. Okay.
This or Pale Moon is the best one.
Okay.
I don't know. They're both really good.
And I'm biased towards Pale Moon, I'm going to be honest here, because that's a really good setup for Pale Moon.
Yeah.
Whereas this is... I don't have much experience with Gear Chronicle, but... Yeah, I would side with the Pale Moon, but...
Yeah.
If you say this is good, I will take your word for it. No, can't. So, Bermuda Triangle, we have Sailor's Medley Nasha. So her ability is when placed on Guardian Circle, choose it to one card from your hand, reveal it, and if you have a unit with the same grade as that card, this unit gets plus 5k shield until end of battle. Yeah. It's alright.
Yeah.
And the artwork's... Yep. So, the triple R, we have the Flame Emperor Dragon King Irresist Dragon for Kagero. So his ability is auto from Vanguard, Soul Blast 1, and when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay the cost to choose one of your opponent's units and retire all of your opponent's rear guards in the same row as that unit.
That was a pretty good first strike.
It's quite a decimating first strike, really. Although, the fact he's got Irresist in his name but doesn't have Resist is upsetting me. I don't know why, it just does. Not that he'd need Resist, but, it's not the point. So, Great Nature, Immortality Professor, Kundalini. So, his ability is when he's placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your rear guards, and you may have it get auto rear guard at the end of each turn, retire this unit, and countercharge 1 until end of turn. If you do, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield until end of battle.
If you're not bothered about the counter charge, you can intercept with that card you chose, because you'd still get the plus 5,000 because you chose it.
Yeah, true, it's not, yeah.
So, yeah.
It's alright. We have here Air Element Seabreeze for Cray Elementals. So this is the Cray Elemental Stride, non-G-Guardian Stride. Act from G-Zone, counterblast 2 and choose a card from your hand and discard it. If you have a grade 3 Vanguard, the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone is 0. Your opponent's Vanguard is grade 2, and no unit was placed on your opponent's Vanguard during the ride phase of your opponent's preceding turn. Stride this card on your Vanguard from face down.
So all Generation Break decks will run at least one of this, probably.
Just in case.
Yeah, because
Because grade lock is a thing.
Yeah, well, not grade lock. It's also because of stalling.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I was playing. Your opponent grade locking them purposely at grade 2 to stop you from striding.
But it does punish people who are legitimately grade locked.
Yeah, true. Yes, it does. Yeah, I suppose it's a delicate thing. You've got to. This is why they've made it a Cray Elemental, and why it doesn't particularly have any other. It doesn't have anything else to it, does it? It's effectively just ticking up your GB counter.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Ooh. So we have another GR here. This is the Link Joker's Genesis Dragon, Trans Else Messiah. And I'm saying that very slowly because I love Link Jokers. So its ability, Auto, Generation Break 2, counterpass 1 and choose a face-down card named Genesis Dragon, G-Blast 1.
G-Persona Blast.
Oh, G-Persona Blast 1, sorry. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, if you have a heart card with Messiah in its name, you may pay that cost to lock all rear guards of all fighters and unlock all locked cards other than those locked by this effect.
That's pretty good. Because if you're a Messiah, you've probably already got plenty of locked cards on your field.
Yeah, potentially even your whole field locked if you've been good.
Yeah. So
you lock all of theirs and then go, ha.
Yeah.
I like that.
Unless they're Pale Moon or something where they don't have a field, and then you're like, oh, okay.
It's just, there's nothing to lock.
Which is why Kagura is not meta at the moment, because there are so many fans that just put things back away. So Kagura can't do anything.
I say it's just weird that the other Link Joker was a Star Vader, even though it doesn't help Star Vaders. So once again, I'm going to take these out the box because that was way easier. So we're on to our second box. So like anything that we have already covered, if I can open the packet. If there's anything we've already covered, we will start skipping it now. For example, hey, nice. So obviously this is going to speed up significantly. I just butchered through that packet. I'm so sorry that I might have potentially damaged something. Oh, look at this! So this is Tochikazi's Destruction Tyrant, Grado Gigant. Look at all those missiles.
Look at the flavor text.
Look at the flavor text. The equipment of the Dino Dragons has no concept of over the top. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so Auto, Vanguard Rearguard, Engorge. Is that green rearguard circle?
Hey?
It's got a, is that, okay, I'm going to hold this up to the camera because I'm not just being crazy when it wants to focus. That first ability, Auto, Vanguard, green rearguard. That's not just me, is it? Do you reckon that's a misprint? Or is that... Engorge, when this unit attacks, you may retire one or more of your other rearguards. If you do, it is engorged until end of turn. Yeah, that's confusing me, that rearguard symbol being there.
But at the same time, a stride with a rearguard circle.
Yeah, exactly. If anyone knows, please write in. So anyway, on to the rest of the card. Auto from Vanguard. When this unit becomes engorged, this unit gets plus 5,000 till end of turn for each unit retired during this turn due to the effect of this unit's engorgeability. If the number of units retired during this turn due to the effect of this unit's engorgeability is 3 or more, draw a card.
That's pretty good, because the Strider, you counterblast 1, you can bring 2 back from the dead.
Oh, okay.
So, and then there are some that call others when they die. So you could get a brand new field, draw a card, and get plus 15,000 power.
Oh, nice. So like I said, we're skipping ones we've already seen, so we're onto the triple R already. So this is Narukami's Conquering Supreme Dragon, I was really dramatic then, I've completely annihilated it. Volchthapper Dragon.
Okay.
Volchthapper Dragon? You should know these names. So, it's Auto Vanguard, Thunderstrike 3.
Voltec Zapper.
I suppose you could... Oh, yeah, actually, I'm so sorry. Voltec Zapper. Oh my god, how did I not see that? I just assumed it was a weird word. So, anyway, Thunderstrike 3, when this unit attacks Vanguard until end of that battle, this unit gets plus 10,000 attack and Auto Vanguard counterpass 1. At the end of the battle, you may pay this cost. If you do, for every 2 cards in your opponent's bind zone, your opponent chooses one of his or her rear guards, retires it, and binds that card face up.
So only really good with, despite it being generic, it's only really good with Vanquishers and newer grade 3. But, yeah.
It's a really dramatic sounding ability as well that doesn't actually do a huge amount.
Yeah.
So, the Star Vader, Demon Maxwell again. The Spike Brothers appear. So we have the Super Heavy Chariot Tiger Centurion. See, I can say that one fine. So it's a stride for the Spike Brothers. Auto Vanguard, once per turn, Counterblast 1. Choose any number of your rear guards with a charge ability, and they become charging until end of turn. Choose up to 5 of your other rear guards other than the units chosen with this effect, and they get plus 2,000 until end of turn.
That's pretty cool.
So...
I don't know. No. Maybe you wouldn't use too many of them in your deck.
No.
Just because they've already got such powerful strides themselves.
Oh, fair enough. So you may not need to replace it. Yeah, so we'll skip this one. So Royal Paladin's Holy Dragon, Laser Guard Dragon. So this is one of the G Guardians again, and when it's placed on Guardian Circle, if you have one or more grade 2 rear guards, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield until end of turn.
May as well have skipped it. It's okay.
Nope, skipped, gone by. So here we have a GR for Grand Blue. So Demon Sea Queen, Mareed. Nice. I'm not pretending to be like a man at all. Why did that need to be said? Act Vanguard, once per turn, Counterblast 1 and G-Blast 1, and choose a card from your hand and discard it. Choose up to the same number of normal units from your drop zone as the number of face-up cards named Demon Sea Queen Mareed in your G zone, with the sum of the grades being 4 or less. Call them to separate rearguard and increase this unit's attack by some of the original attack of the units called with this effect until end of turn.
That's pretty cool because you can call the card you dropped.
Yeah.
So it's not that much of a cost, really.
I'm not going to lie, I struggled to follow along with that one. That one did lose me a bit just because it's like the sum of the sums, the sum. And I was also distracted by the fact that that flavour text is very out of place. But yeah, no, fair. Is it a good one for Grand Blue then?
It's good. Not amazing, but it's pretty good. Fair enough.
So here we have Shadow Paladin. We haven't seen the Shadow Paladin yet, so this is the first one. So Dark Dragon, Distress Dragon. So Act Vanguard, once per turn, Counterblast 3 and Soul Blast 3, and then also G-Blast 1. Choose any number of your rear guards and retire them. Your opponent chooses the same number of rear guards as the number of your rear guards retired with the effect, and retires them. If the total number retired with this effect is 6 or more, draw 2 cards, countercharge. Is this countercharge or soul charge 1?
No, both.
It is both.
Yeah.
Countercharge 1 and soul charge 1, and this unit gets plus 20,000 until end of turn.
That's a pretty cool ability. Like if your opponent has some really nasty rear guards on, you do that. Also, Sanctuary Guard Dragon, because it relies on loads of grade 1s, if you just kill all your guys, it clears their whole field and they're not very powerful anymore.
Sorry, the flavour text.
Okay.
Try putting a hand on your chest. There is no room for pardon of that sin. These two sentences do not go together.
So, I'm taking from that you being alive is a sin.
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to take that. I assumed it was something to do with, like, still having a beating heart. So, yeah, being alive, yeah. We have done Reacher.
Yep.
And we have had the Enigma Patriot. Oh, nice. So, GR for Nova Grapplers, the Meteor Kaiser Bustard. So, auto from Vanguard, once per turn, Counterblast 1 and choose G-Blast 1. When this unit attacks, you may pay the cost to choose the same number of your rear guards as the number of face-up cards named Meteor Kaiser Bustard in your G-Zone and stand them. If 2 or more units were stood this way, you have 5 rear guards, and until the end of that battle, this unit gets auto from Vanguard, Counterblast 1, and choose 2 cards from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle, you may pay the cost if you do stand this unit, and it gets drive -2 until end of turn.
It's pretty impressive.
It is pretty impressive.
That's a very good boost for Nova Grappler.
It is. That's really nice.
Even though they have already had a pretty good boost, but...
Yeah, it's always nice to have a bit more spec. Are they in the next set due after this one or not?
No, they were in the last set.
Exactly. So it's nice to have a little boost when they're not going to be around for a little while.
Yeah.
I've got you, Great Cosmic Mega Buster.
I love Stargate because I'm not so much Link Joker, but with Dark Dimension Police and Nova Grappler and Stargate, they're just so over the top. I love it.
Very Gundam-esque, if you like it, with the Buster Cannon. So, here we have Murakumo's Ambush Demon Stealth Dragon, Onibibu Raider. Onibibu Raider? Onibibu Raider?
Raider? Oh, that's Okay.
It is called right. I've got that word right.
It's because I'm used to the fan translations. So hearing the new ones is a bit.
What was he in the fan translation?
I think it was Raider. So when he said Radar, I was like,
oh, interesting. So his ability anyway is auto. When placed on Vanguard, choose up to one card from your hand, call it to rear guard. Choose one of your rear guards until end of turn. That unit gets plus 2,000, and continuous rear guard. This unit can attack a Vanguard from the back row.
So this will be used for Yasuye. Because when he strides, you can counterblast one and clone one of your guys twice. So you put the new one on the back row, and then you clone 2 more on the front row. And then boop, boop, boop.
Nice.
Kill some guys.
And again, his favourite text: AKUTO. All say bye. Let's go. HARAKIRI. Cool. Let's all go harakiri. So next we have Techikaze again. The Murakumo. I'm pretty sure we've done that one.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, Dimension Police's Super Cosmic Hero, X Phoenix. He's not a dimensional robo, though.
He's buff.
He's pretty big.
For a robot.
Yeah, for a robot. So, Auto, Vanguard, Counterblast 1. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard, if this unit is 35,000 or greater attack, and if the attack did not hit during the battle, you can pay that cost to draw a card.
Yeah, but I mean, your opponent doesn't want you to have more cards in hand, so.
I know, but it seemed it was really building up to a restand, and then it went. You get a card.
If it makes you feel better, the Stride in the next set has 4 drive checks.
Wow.
Quadruple drive.
Nice. We need more drives. So yeah, Floatia, Scarab Gas, Holy Seraph Zachriel for Angel Feathers. So this Stride has Act Vanguard once per turn, Counterblast 1 and G-Blast 1. Until end of turn, this unit gets continuous Vanguard. If you have a face-up card in your damage zone, all of the rear guards in your front row get plus 3,000 attack, and if the number of cards in your damage zone is 5, this unit gets plus 10,000. So better late game.
Yeah.
Is that a good one for Angel Feather or not?
Yeah, I think it's alright.
Just to fill the space while I rip off this cellophane.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
I just want to see the Mega Colony.
I say we still haven't seen them all though, have we?
No, we're missing Shadow Paladin, G-Guardian, Mega Colony Stride, and all sorts.
Yeah, so just for note, for those of you out there who do buy into the boxes rather than the Eloquent singles, you're going to need a lot of boxes for the looks of it. So, I don't think we've done this one. So this is the Gold Paladin, Sacred Heaven Prayer Master Raya. I'll go with that. So when this unit is placed on Guiding Circle, if you have 2 or more rear guards, it gets plus 5,000 shield until end of turn. Yeah, standard. Then we have Iris again. Mr. X Phoenix reappears quite quickly. Like a phoenix. Yep, I did say that sentence.
I was trying to make you seem more impressive than I did. But oh, again?
Another GR, that's it.
That's 3 times.
That's 3 times. Wow. So, another Grand Blue, another Bermuda, and Shadow Paladin. Dark Dragon, Distress Dragon again. So we're missing still the... is it the G-Guardian still?
Yeah, Shadows.
Yep, looks like we're still going to be missing it, because that's the Spike Brothers. This is unusual. Third Box and Notch have sort of seen at least one of each so far is slightly unusual. And we've done Mr. Incandescence.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting along there. So, so we've seen that one, and we've seen that one, and we've seen that one. Beautiful. How many different GRs are there in the set?
8.
8 in total.
Yeah.
And we keep hitting duplicates. So here we have the Spike Brothers' excellent cheerleader, Airi. So this is the G-Guardian for the Spike Brothers, and her condition is when placed on Guiding Circle, if you have 3 or less rear guards, she gets the plus 5,000 shields.
Yeah, because you would have charged everything, so...
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, the Dark Irregulars, False Dark Wings, Agrat Bat Malat. I really want to say that fast, 'cause I'm sure it's supposed to be like a little rhyming thing. So, G-Guardian, and when this unit is placed on Guiding Circle, Soul Charge 2, and if the number of cards in your soul is 6 or more, this unit gets plus 5,000.
I found this is really good with Sullivan because when he's got 15,000 or more in the soul.
Wow. How big's your deck?
15 or more in the soul, all shields get plus 10,000. All guardians get plus 10,000 shield. So once you dip down to 13 or 14, you can bring her out and it puts it back up.
Oh, nice.
So then she becomes a 30,000.
Just so many numbers. So, is this a new one for us as well? So yeah, this is the other Angel Feather. This is the Holy Seraph Orifia. So her ability is from Guardian Circle. If the number of cards in your damage zone is 4 or more, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield.
Limit break.
Yeah, basically a limit break. Dark Knight Ludwig for the Shadow Paladins. So his ability is when placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your grade 1 or less rear guards and you may move it to your Guardian Circle.
So he's like the Murakumo, but not as good.
Yeah, just not as good, yeah. And very interesting artwork.
Oh yeah, he's not wearing anything hardly.
Yeah, basically.
But then again...
Do we need to put an 18 plus tag on this video?
But then again, like, look at the current meta, Murakumo's not exactly there. Shadow Paladin is there, so it's nice to have a bit of switch in luck.
True. And another beautiful Grand Blue GR. So our final pack.
Not getting anything other than this. Oh,
Pale Moon.
Get something new.
Gear Chronicle. Oh, no. Nope. Another Angel Feather.
Okay.
So
my Mega Colony will never be seen.
I know, despite 3 boxes. So GR wise, we really did sort of hit a lot of the same ones, didn't we? Here. So I'm just going to quickly. So we hit 2 of the Grand. Yeah, we hit 2 of the Grand Blue. We hit 2 of the Royal Paladin. We hit 3 of the Oracle Think Tank. And then we hit 1 Link Joker and 1 Nova Grappler. I'm glad we at least got the Nova Grappler, for my sake. Giant Robos are the best.
He's one of the more interesting ones, I think.
Yeah, he did seem quite interesting as well, so it's always good. So there we go, that was everything out of our 3 boxes of Fighters Collection 2016. Thoughts on the set overall?
I really like it, as I always like Fighters Collections because they help everyone out. I like how when they come up with a new mechanic, they now have a way to give it to every clan at once.
Yeah.
And also create elementals as well. So
yeah, create elementals there. It's that's really this one, because this is the one that allows you to stride even if your opponent's on grade 2, isn't it? So it is really interesting that Bushy Road has responded. They've obviously seen that this is an error in the mechanics of the game, is the fact that your opponent can just go, well, I'm going to sit on grade 2, na.
Yeah.
And they've made an appropriate response to it, other than saying you have to go to grade 3 if you can.
Oh, we're banning all these cards that are good at grade 2.
Yeah, exactly. So that's an interesting card from my perspective in terms of keeping the game going and meta calling the game. So that's quite an interesting one. But yeah, to me overall, the set's quite exciting. There's a lot of good stuff, and because there is something for everyone in here.
What do you think of G-Guardians?
I like the idea, I like the concept of them. I'm worried that it's just showing that Bushiroad are going to happily just keep going up and up and up in numbers.
I feel that it's good because what happened before, obviously, things got out of control with the guard restrictions, but I like companies that are willing to take a few risks. Yeah, no, it is good. I'm just worried because we're now at the point where we're adding strides that add 15,000, which mitigates the stride of 15,000. Yeah. Are we now going to, in the next set, or in a couple of sets, see strides that are 20,000 and then 25, and are they just going to keep escalating numbers? That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, I don't think so, because a lot of people have been talking on the wiki and stuff, and I feel people are blowing it a bit out of control, because they're like, oh, you can just do this, you can just use this G-Guardian, but you need a heal trigger in hand to begin with. That is one of the catches, is as amazing as they look, you do need a heal trigger, and you don't always draw one. You're now in a weird position where you're thinking, I really wish I had a heal trigger. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And I'm just going to put him on top, because he's the greatest card in the entire set, I don't care what you say. Just look at this magnificence of just munitions. Love it. So there we go.
So yeah, so that's everything from our 3 boxes. I did 2s. Our 3 boxes of Fighters Collections 2016. If you have any questions or would like to know anything, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If anyone can answer my question about that rearguard circle that appeared on one of the abilities, I can't remember which card it was.
It was this card.
Oh, it is this card. Sorry, yes, it was him, wasn't it? It's because he was in front of me. I was thinking it wasn't him. If anyone can answer that question, please feel free to. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember that everything you've seen here today can be bought and sold on our website as individual cards on bigorbitcards.co.uk. So that's bye from me, Simon.
Bye from me, James.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.